Will I make it to Garland with this turbo issue? Stick around and let's find out. There's the casino that we were gonna stop at right there. Shock. What an asshole, man. You could have like backed up, dude. Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video here at Truckin' Life. So we are currently right now in Joplin, Missouri still. I went ahead and ended up staying here Friday night when I got here. And Saturday, and that's when I did all those repairs to the turbo. Right now it seems to be working. We got no check engine lights or anything. So hopefully it stays that way. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. It's a little bit nerve-wracking if it comes back or whatever. So I did a little bit of refreshing my memory, you know. So basically what that turbo sensor does in this particular truck is, you know, besides tell the ECM the rotation, you know, the RPM of the turbo, you know, that's pretty much what everybody knows, right? But the way it works in this particular engine is that's what pretty much determines, the ECM determines with that sensor what mode the engine is under. And with that signal is what it tells whether to open or close the EGR. So if it knows it's under boost, it's going to close your EGR so that all that boost goes into the intake. So that's in direct correlation with the emission system. So I know for a fact that it will not regen if it has that check engine light on. So, but as of right now, it's working. Like I said, I went ahead and cleaned the connectors. You guys saw I fixed the wiring, or I didn't necessarily fix the wiring. I just put the wire loom back on there because it didn't have no damage on it. There was no rips, tears, nothing was touching. And I did remove the sensor from the turbo housing. And I mean, it was all full of oil, which is normal because it rides right where the bearing is at. That's why it has a little O-ring on it or whatever. But I went ahead and just sprayed it off, cleaned it to see if it was cracked or anything, and it looked fine. So if it comes back, it's definitely going to be a turbo sensor issue. But cross your fingers, we'll make it to Garland. Let's go ahead and get on out of there. Okay, so the Google machine shows that we are 337 miles, roughly about maybe, it says 5 hours and 18 minutes, but it's going to be a little bit longer. We're going to get a little piece of I-44 west, and we're going to get US 69 south. So I'm going to go through a couple of towns and stuff that are going to have some, you know, some traffic lights and stuff like that. So let's just go ahead and call it 6 hours, but that's still not too bad of a day. So we I checked everything out real good yesterday. I was probably underneath the truck at least a good 3 hours just checking on everything, you know. So we are currently leaving Joplin, Missouri Petro. Man, this Petro is massive, man. I wish all the Petros were like this. Plenty of parking, man. Even throughout the weekend that I'm barely leaving right now. Even yesterday at night, there was still plenty of parking. They got like a whole bunch of solar panels and stuff, and alrighty. Let's get going. I want to have a boring day today. That means it's a profitable day and I don't got no issues. I need me a boring day today. That'll make me happy. It's never any fun when you have issues with your truck, especially right now with the market the way it is. So far this week we've done, you know, fairly decent, but it's just been, you know, Like literally just be on the load board and be on the constant vigilant eagle eye, you know what I mean? Just looking for loads, you know? Okay, I-44 westbound, here we come. Give me the green light. Nope, not yet. I brewed me some coffee in the morning with some hazelnut creamer. Delicious. Man, there's this new one that came up, I think a couple of months ago. It's the pistachio one from Delight. What's the name of it? It's not Coffee Mate, it's the other one. I tried it out and I absolutely love that pistachio creamer. It's so delicious. If you're a coffee lover, I recommend you trying it. The only issue I have with it is it's kind of hard to find, at least where I live at. You know, it's either maybe it is in stock, but maybe just a lot of people buy it, you know, and every now and then I'll get lucky and be able to find one. So, but when you're able to find one, it's in a green bottle, or the paper wrap is a green sticker or whatever around it, you know. But it's so good. I mean, my ultimate favorite one is hazelnut, but I don't know, ever since that pistachio one came on board, man, I mean, it might dethrone the hazelnut, you know what I mean? I love me some hazelnut. I love that coffee creamer for years and years and years, man. But ever since that pistachio one came out, man, it's like literally right there behind it, you know what I mean? It's like almost beating it. It's a tight race. Alright, so far so good. We're accelerating with plenty of power, just normal engine operation. Let's see here. This scale house that you guys see here to the left, when I picked up the load on Friday, coming over here back to the Petro again, I was a little bit nervous because they gave me the red light and it pulled me in, and right where I picked up this load at the customer, like the nearest truck stop is Joplin. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little bit worried about the weight. I went ahead and just kind of put it right at the 41 foot mark, and was just crossing my fingers that that everything was good, you know. But it really just depends on the officer. That used to happen to me quite a bit before in the past when I used to do reefer. Any of you reefer drivers know exactly what I'm talking about, because when you do reefer, there's a lot more chance of you picking up literally like in the middle of nowhere. So a lot of the times, whenever you would get your load, and if the customer didn't have an on-site scale or whatever, your nearest truck stop might be after the scale. So there was a couple of times here and there that, I was overweight on one of my axles or whatever, and I would tell the officer, like, look, dude, this is where I picked up. You tell me where there's a truck stop. Like, there's no truck stops around. Like, I'm literally on my way to this truck stop right now. Let's just say the next 3-4 exits or whatever, to go and scale it. Like, cut a guy some slack. Where am I supposed to scale it? I'm going to put my hand underneath it and see how heavy it is, or like, what would you like me to do? Now, some of them will say, well, that's not my problem. You're overweight. They'll just give you a ticket, right? But the very few times that happened to me, the officers looked at my bills. They were able to, verify where the customer was at, and they were able to see for themselves that there was just nowhere to scale it. Where I was going to was my scaling point. So a lot of them were just like, all right, man, as long as you can fix it and make it legal, you good. No ticket, no nothing. We'll let you use the scale so that you're able to get legal. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that all day. But when you want to penalize the guy You know what I'm saying? That's a problem. This exit right here, exit 1, that's 400 west. That's where I want to go pick up the load. Uh, and yeah, as I was saying, like when you're gonna penalize a guy, for just doing his job, it's like, dude, like there's not a scale house. There's not a scale house. You know what I mean? I mean, this was back in the day, when GPS was just at its infancy. GPS was not reliable like the way it is today, and even today, it's not 100% reliable, right? But it's definitely way better than the way it was before. And the GPS back in the day was just for cars. There was like no truck version GPS like there is today. So I used to carry around that little truck paper book that'll give you all the truck stops by interstate and state. And that's the way I used to plan my routes. Like, all right, I'm going to be on I-44. Then it shows you all the miles around, all the truck stops on I-44. And that's the way you would find your truck stops back in the day, unless you need the area, right? Now, you got Trucker Path, and it's just literally at the touch of your fingertips, and it's great, right? But back in the day, you didn't have none of that stuff. It was a little bit, you had to actually use your brain a little bit, actually use an atlas map, which I still have the same atlas map in my truck than when I started. It was just, 19 years ago. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, I hardly ever use it. I just use the GPS now. But I still like to have an atlas on here, because you never know. Technology does fail. I'm a little bit more familiar with the areas a little bit better, but you never know. It fails or whatever, and I still got my map to where I can still go accordingly to where I need to go to. But yeah, man, back in the day, it was definitely a little bit different to truck drive than it is today. Have to be calling customers up and, hey, how do I get to your warehouse? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I'm on this such and such interstate. I'm going, north, west, south, east, whatever, Well, I don't know. Like, well, how do you get to work? Well, I go here, that. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just use that then. Some of them were pretty good, where you would call in and it would give you directions from the west, east, south, like all directions. You know what I mean? And then I would get my little binder, write my instructions down. Actually, I didn't even get a binder. I would get those post-it notes, and I would just post it up on my dash, and I would write my entire route there, right? I-20 east, I-30 east, I-440 east, Little Rock, 230 and 40, and I-81 north, and I-76 east, wherever I was going, Pennsylvania or whatever, Philadelphia. Then I would write my directions there to the customer, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be coming in on this street, we're going to turn left on this street, right on that street. And that's the way you would find the customers back in the day. There was none of this satellite view or, just punch it up in there to see if you could park. It was literally like, you pretty much had to ask the customer, like, is there somewhere around near there I can park? The only nice thing about back in the day was that you were on paper log. So it really wasn't as difficult as it is with these stupid computers of today, you know what I mean? Technology is good, but sometimes it sucks. That e-log is definitely one of them that sucks. Alrighty. Man, I know it didn't seem that tight on camera, guys, but to get your fingers down in between the oil filters and the engine block, it doesn't appear so. I mean, the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's like super tight in there, man. And I woke up and my hands are like really sore. My fingers hurt just from getting my fingers in there, trying to put the wire loom in there. I had a little bit of a hell of a time getting the wire loom to go around all the wires, Like, it would go in there and then like one or two of the wires would be sticking out or whatever, So I had to like take it back off and put it back on until I was finally able to get to it. And then I just put zip ties around it so that the wire stays inside the loom. I definitely need to find me some wire loom. If any of you guys know where I can get me some wire loom, like some badass wire loom that has like a high resistance to heat, because the ones that I bought, you know, I bought some off of Amazon, I bought some off of AutoZone. It never lasts, man. It gets the way it was, the way I showed you guys yesterday. It gets all crunchy and crackly, and it just breaks. It breaks apart because the heat just can't hack the heat. So if any of you guys know of a good one, I mean, even if it is on Amazon or whatever, or an eBay or some website or whatever, but that you guys know it's good for high heat, shoot me down there in the comments or shoot me an email. I would definitely check it out and buy some, because that's the second time that I've replaced that wire loom on that area of the engine. It's just a really hot area, and that wire loom just doesn't stand up to the test, you know. So far so good, guys. She's rolling great, normal. Oh yeah. Well, I'll let you guys enjoy the scenery with some music behind it, guys. And once we get on US 69 or whatever, when we're passing the casinos, I'll bring you guys back. I was eventually going to move over there yesterday, but by the time I got done and I took a shower and everything, it was already like 6 o'clock. And I was just like, you know what? Just screw it. Matter of fact, I ended up resetting there in Joplin. So I got full hours, but I definitely need to get back home to the house, you know, because I got my other load leaving on Friday. Hopefully it actually goes through on Friday. So I'm actually going to have a pretty short week for home time, because it all depends, you know. If I get something tomorrow that goes directly to El Paso, then I'll get home tomorrow, Monday, and just deliver Tuesday morning or whatever. But if I don't, if I end up getting something to Albuquerque or whatever, then I might not get home till Tuesday or Wednesday. So I might just have maybe like 1 or 2 days there at the house, and that's it, which sucks, but what do? You know, I need to get back on schedule with my regular dedicated freight so that we're good to go. And I already have work as soon as I get home, because I got to change this sensor out. Even if it's still working, I'm still going to change it out with that other one, and I'll just keep this one at the truck as backup, just in case that other one completely fails, you know. There's the casino that we were gonna stop at right there, Choctaw Casino Resort, and there's the truck stop right there on the right side. I guess I could have just walked over or whatever. I've been there once before. I've been there once before, and it's a pretty nice hotel and casino. It was a couple of years ago, because I don't really go to this area much. So giving you guys an update, guys. The light did turn on one more time up until now. It stayed on for a few minutes and then turned off. Shortly after that, the truck went into region mode. I was sweating it a little bit, because I was like, crap, man. You know, if that check engine light turns on, it's gonna you know, cut the regen crap off. But it went ahead and finished the regen, and it's still been off up until now. So as I was rolling over there, as I'm rolling over there, I was thinking about I'm trying to see or I tried yesterday trying to find the resistance for the sensor so that I can ohm it out with the multimeter, but I wasn't able to find anything concrete for this engine. I forgot about Mitchell that we use there in the shop. So once I get to my customer, I'm gonna go ahead and get on Mitchell and see if I could find out a resistance test to see. That'll give me a better idea if it's the sensor or not. I mean, everything at this point right now is pointing for it to be the sensor. But, you know, it pays to be sure, you know what I mean? Because parts cost money, and I don't want to just be throwing parts in it. Even though I do have another sensor, I'm just going to see how it continues to do from here to Garland. And once we get to Garland, then I'll assess whether I should buy a sensor if they have one in stock. It just depends. I mean, I'm just guesstimating here, guys. I was able to find one online at eBay for $200, and another one in Find It Parts, I believe, was $350. So I'm thinking the dealership one is probably around there, $300 or something. Just all depends on how much it costs. If it's not super expensive and they have one, I might just buy it and put it on there and then get home, you know, because it's nerve-wracking. The last thing I want to do is damage the engine. So I'll assess it once we get over there, but I just wanted to give you guys that update and show you guys that casino. I'll bring you guys back when we're going to get to the customer. I think we're going to go ahead and stay at the customer. I was able to look at the satellite view, and it seems to be a dead end, and the docks are just open there. So I'm just gonna back my ass up in there if there's nobody in there and just wait for them in the morning, because I deliver at 7 o'clock in the morning. And if any of you guys watch the channel, you all know Gabe doesn't like waking up early, but it'll at least be different because I'll probably still have to wake up early because they'll knock on my door, right? But at least I don't have to drive anywhere, you know, at 6 o'clock in the morning my time. So we'll bring you guys back. We are in the DFW area, guys. Showing us to be about like 8 or 9 miles away from the customer. So far, we're still rolling good. It hasn't came back on. The truck seems just normal. Gonna get out here on 635. It was showing some construction. Oh man, sorry about that. It was showing me some construction there on 635, so see what happens. Google wants one way and Hammer wants the other way, so we're gonna go ahead and trust Hammer. Before I got here in the morning, I had looked at it, and where Google wants to send you through, like, it's a short distance, but it like puts you through a neighborhood and stuff, and well, we don't want to do that. It's not to say that it's a restricted route, but I'd rather take that other exit that Hammer is saying, because it's more of like an industrial area there. I checked that other road on Hammer, and it was also saying that like it wasn't restricted or nothing, but I just think that other way is better. So that's what we're gonna stick with. Gotta love technologies when it works. Traffic's actually been surprisingly very well. Watch it stop right now as soon as I said something, huh, and jinx myself. But it's been rolling. Hopefully we could just roll all the way over there in there, and hopefully one of those docks is open. If not, then I'll just park where the cars park, and they can just move me in the morning. With that, I'm already there, so that'll be better. I believe the nearest truck stop from there would be the truck stops on 20. And you know, then with morning traffic and everything, like I would have to wake up early, and you're gonna have traffic and all that crap. So I think it's just better if we can stay there. That'll be the ideal, but we won't know until we're there, right? Man, I haven't taken this US 69 in a while. Man, it's a horrible road, man. I mean, there's some sections of it, like after Muskogee, it got pretty good. But like from Big Cabin all the way to Muskogee there on 69, what a piece of crap road, man. Like, it's just bouncing you like crazy. And then there were some certain sections like afterwards that were also just super bumpy, man. Yeah, put some new roads in or something. Oh my goodness. We're 1.4 miles away from 635. I'm gonna start weaving my way up here to the right-hand lane already, so that we're not changing last minute. All right, let's go ahead and switch over here now. Bada bing, bada bing. Just go and do one more. Carbon dioxide refrigerated liquid. I think the work there on 635, I think it's for the express lanes. All right, we're in the right one. We want to go east. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
G to G here. Slow down, girl. Slow down. Do not need to be there at the bottom, man. That would be scary, man. Fell off one of these bad boys, and that's a long ass way down. These big ass manholes right here. I don't like to step on them. All right. It's time to get our senses alert. In my opinion, that's usually when it's the most dangerous part of the job, is like when you're gonna arrive somewhere, whether it's home, a customer, or whatever, because you kind of start to relax a little bit, and that's when you actually need to pay more attention. So I try to pay as best attention to detail when I'm about to get somewhere, especially if I haven't been there before, right? If you've been there before, well, then you're a little bit more relaxed, but still pay attention. But that's one thing that I can give any drivers that are new watching the channel, is just when you're going to get to your customer, or you're going to get somewhere where you don't go, like, don't relax yet. Just that's the most important, or one of the most important parts of the trip, is so that you could arrive safely, right? So we're gonna go ahead and put our alert antennas on and keep on trucking. We're looking for Langdon B. Johnson Freeway. Man, they got a lot of construction here in DFW, man. It's like everywhere you go, it's just construction, construction, construction. Like they're constantly building new highways and fixing old highways, and it's crazy. It really is crazy. And these lanes are like super small, man. I need to widen them up a little bit. Holy smokes. It's like you're probably like maybe a foot away from that concrete barrier on the right. Change over here. Alrighty. Okay, this is the exit right here. Alright. Guess it's just gonna have us like on the service road or something. Nope, we don't want 635 east. We're gonna stick right here. I guess the service road here or whatever. And the street we're looking for is Skillman, which should be this next one upcoming. Let's see here. Or Aldelia or Skillman. Was it this one? Okay. Oh, I got. Wow, holy jeez, this is gonna be a tight ass turn. I hope that there's no traffic there right now when I can make this turn, because I'm not gonna have enough room. We're gonna have to make them back up. You said back the fuck up. All this construction, man. Golly. Yeah, Skillman. Yep, Skillman. Alright, good. There's nobody over here. That means we can make our turn. Oh, yeah. There we go. Wasn't so bad because there's not a car there, but if there was cars there, then that was not going to be good at all. Okay. So where we go? She's a little heavy, guys, so it takes a little bit to get her going. Should be getting into Shepherd. There's gonna be our turn, and hopefully that's not super crazy ass tight. Yeah, see, Google wanted me to go through where I'm gonna make that right. It wanted me to get off the interstate and then go through all of that houses and stuff like. I'm assuming it's going to be a residential area. That's what it looked like. So that's why it's important to plan your trips, guys. Because you don't want to be doing this stuff last minute when you're already, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're already here and you're driving and it's like, holy crap, where the hell am I? Or the ones that kind of throw me off is that even when you plan like as best as you possibly can, and then all of a sudden a road's closed or whatever, and the map wasn't showing that, and it's like, holy shit, now what? You know what I mean? It just catches you by surprise. But I guess you could just plan as best as you possibly can, right? I'm gonna go over here to this right-hand lane because we're gonna be making a right turn here in about a mile. Okay. .9 miles. I guess the place is called, what the hell is it called? Billion, something like that.
Something like that.
Oh, holy smokes. Brake check complete. Holy moke. Damn. That one switched on us pretty quick. Mm-hmm. Come on, light. There we go. Yeah. I don't like that low-lying branch, but so we're just gonna go ahead and avoid them for the time being and then switch back. Last thing I want to do is hit one of those branches and put a hole in my roof. Y'all didn't see that video of my birthday. You guys saw that big ass branch hit it, man. I could have swore on my life, man, that the thing broke through. I mean, it sounded loud, just like bam, like really hard. And I'm just glad it didn't. That would have definitely ruined my day. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch that video. It's titled something with my birthday. It has a 40 years and stuff like that, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It was not fun at all. Shepherd, that's Plano, so I believe it's going to be that next light. And this traffic, man, just continues to push me, man. I hope this right turn is going to be wide enough, or it's probably going to be one of these little ass streets. Sometimes it's like, man, sometimes it surprises me. It's like, y'all do know that, most drivers are driving a big ass truck, right? And it's like, you send us to these little ass warehouses. Look at this turn right here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and widen up here. Otherwise we're not gonna make that turn. So that's what we're gonna do. This is Shepherd, right? Drive right here. This is exactly where we need to be. Oh, that car had to be in the way. God dang it. And of course he has to turn the other right way. Shit. There's no way I can make that turn with that car right there. Nope, that ain't gonna happen. Nope. Fuck me, man. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to stop here. There's no way that I can make that turn with that guy there. As it is, it's gonna, even me being on this other lane, it's gonna be super tight. Really, really tight. And this is the truck route, guys. This is the route that it shows right here. Gosh dang it, man. I'm gonna have to wait on this until this light turns red so that this car right here can go. What an asshole, man. You could have like backed up, dude.
You better back the fuck up!
And you didn't. Go! Go! What the hell are you waiting for, dude? Holy shit. Yep, barely. I had to take that lane. There's no way I would have made that turn if I was on the right lane. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? That's just the way it is. People in the back are probably like, get the fuck out the way, Gabe. Hey, man. It ain't my fault. Alright, so it should be... Let's see here.
Let's see here.
That's the number one reason right there, guys, that I'm saying you gotta be on your tippy toes when you're getting somewhere where you haven't been to, because, you know, things like this can happen where they just creep up on a guy. And the last thing you want to do is panic, you know what I mean? You want to just chillax for a little bit and try to make the best of it. So it should be the, yep, Wilson right here. And let's see if our docks are open. And even if they're not, oh yeah, they're definitely open. So that is, we are going to spend the night right here. So let's go ahead and bet. Damn, look at that big ass bump there, dude. Oh, it's probably going to be this other dock. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. You know what? I think what we are going to do is turn around so that I don't have to blindside in. Since we got this curb right here, it'll be way easier to do that than to do it blindside. Take advantage of our space here, you know what I mean? You guys will see here shortly what I mean. You drivers know exactly what old Gabe is doing right now. Let's use the space wisely. 833, yep, we're in the right place. See, there's our dock directly in front of us. We're gonna use all this space right here. See this big ass bump right here on the left? Our dock is definitely the one that has the door on it. So since we have no seal, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't have done that. But since I don't have a seal on this bad boy, I'm just gonna go ahead and back in with the doors open. And we're just gonna call it good, you know what I mean? Hell yeah, I'm glad there's nobody there. Either way, otherwise I would have just slept right there where the cars are at and be good to go. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go open my doors. See here? Okay, guys, I'm back. Let's go ahead and back this bad boy in there. and I'm gonna be up against the dock or whatever, so you know, there's no way somebody can steal anything because I'm like next to the dock. So let's back in this bad boy. She's tight. Really tight. I'm gonna have to move it on over here. Get myself a little bit more this way so I can have enough room to maneuver it. There we go. Let's back it on it. All right. Let's see. Yep. Wow, holy smokes. Like right on it, on the cement thing. Oh, okay, come on. There we go. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Nope, I don't like that. Way too close. Let me pull it under a little bit more over here. And that's the reason why I elected to make the turn, because it already looked tight as it is. The last thing I wanted to do is be blindsided in here. Now, if I didn't have a choice, then that's a different story, right? But when you got a choice, check this. Then I much rather I think that's gonna do it right there. Yep. Yeah. All right. Pull up a little bit. Watch me be in the wrong place. That would suck. All right. So after some consideration, guys, I ended up closing the doors, and let me show you guys why. So I thought the dock was completely like in line with the wall, but as you guys can see right here, let me get over here. It's like windows and stuff like that, and doors. I can easily walk right here and fit. So you had this space right here where you can get a door out right there. It's plenty wide enough. So I went ahead and just pulled out and closed the door, because the last thing I need is to be responsible for somebody stealing something. So I'm also kind of like at an angle, so my truck was gonna be like this, stay like that, so that I stay flat on the ground. This is the place that we're delivering at, Wilson Plywood and Door. You guys can see it's completely empty. This is the big ass bump that I was telling you about. You can tell that those docks right here are for like box trucks and stuff like that, because you got this like bump right here. But 833 Stefford or whatever, that's definitely the address. So that wasn't too bad to get here. Just had to wait for that car to go. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I'll keep you guys posted on what ends up happening with the with that sensor or whatever, and what I decide to do. As of the moment of making this recording right now, it's not on. The truck was running great. It did turn on once on me. It stayed on for a couple of minutes, and then it went off, and it hasn't turned on since. But we're definitely gonna have to see what the heck's going on with that. You know what I mean? Because you know, from here to the house, it's still another 600 and something miles, and that's assuming I get something going to the house. So I'm gonna go ahead and revisit this tomorrow morning, and first and foremost, see if they even have a sensor and how much it is. You know what I mean? I would really hate to buy another sensor just because of the fact that I have one there at the house. You know, if it was an $80, $90 sensor, I wouldn't even think about it. I'll just say screw it. But I know for a fact it's going to be at least 300 bucks. So, but anyhow, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please consider subscribing to the channel. You know, we're almost there, guys, to be able to get this monetized. I want to be able to bring you guys some better content, get better equipment, be able to spend some time there at the shop and film different repairs for you guys. And that's the way that you guys can help me out. So for those of you guys driving down the road, you guys stay safe. For those of you guys watching at home, I hope it was entertaining for you. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. Peace out. The things you got to do to be able to get you guys videos, guys. Do speed test. So my download speed is very good. Upload speed, definitely not that much. Yesterday I uploaded a video and I had 20 megabits per second. It took all night. It took 12, 13 hours for I think the video was 4.7 gigabytes or whatever. So I'm definitely going to edit this video, but I think I'm going to go ahead and upload it when I get to the house. At my house, it's like easy peasy lemon squeezy, man. 2-3 minutes, bam. But I got a gigabyte download and a gigabyte upload. So it does it like super quick. I know in one of my videos I mentioned that my cats had tore the fiber optic cable. They didn't tear it like because they bit on it. They knocked over my router or something and they tore the cable. So I had to get my internet fixed at the house, which it's already fixed by now, right? Yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that.
Like, share, subscribe.